Jaws. Greetings, viewers. Oh, what's that? Look at that. What's that space? What happened to my shelf? What happened to the Star Trek shelf? I mean, that mostly had Star Trek Babylon 5. I moved it across there. I believe it's over there. I can see it. This area where my desk is, where this is being propped up, is carpeted. I guess maybe about 60-40 approximately, so 60% carpeted, 40% tiled. The balcony's not tiled, I think it's just cement floor. Now the other shelf, that shelf that used to be there, those that have watched my past My Apartment playlist videos, yeah, is moved to the tiled area. I thought it'd be more stable. Guess I have a little bit paranoid it might fall forward. I was thinking you attach those, grappling things, the back of IKEA furniture and things to the wall, but I'm not one to make modifications to the apartment, if at all possible. This is a weird angle, isn't it? Where's the camera? It's the middle. Anyway, it's going to be another medical video, so if you're not interested in medical videos, until next time. I'm not going to be too graphic, of course. It's just a bit of a wake-up call. For those older folk like me, look at the grey hair. I had a recent medical workup, blood tests and, blood pressure, etc. All the blood tests came out fine, which is great. So I don't have diabetes, not high cholesterol, blood sugar is fine, thyroid, all that, except low vitamin D. So my family GP did recommend, this is a weird angle, sorry, let me just, is that better? Just sit, I know I'm sitting on the side, but it's like crooked. Anyway, let's have a, I suppose that'll do. Oh, there's Bender. What was I talking about? Oh yes, so low vitamin D. We are in the middle of winter. We're at the end of the first month of winter in Melbourne, Australia. Those that live in the same city as I do. So 2 more months of winter, and then I can complain how warm it is. My doctor did suggest Ostelin. I have heard of Ostelin. Ostelin kind of reminds me of for bone strength, bone density, to increase your bone strength. Maybe it does that too. But I chose to get Blackmore's. This might be back to front in the video. I mean, it looks mirror image to me. Yeah. I like to take note when I first used it. So I first used it on the 9th of June, 2024. And yeah, I meant to take 2 a day for the first 2 weeks and then 1 per day henceforth. Yeah, so that's that. This has, all right, I admit it, I thought there was 1,000 tablets in here, but it's not. There's only, how many? 200, but that's a lot, isn't it? So I've been taking those for my vitamin D deficiency. What runs in the family is cataracts and glaucoma. My late mum had both. I'm pretty sure she had the surgery for cataract, but glaucoma, for those who have it, whatever level you're on, hopefully you're just at a very low level like me. I'm just very early signs of both cataract, and this angle is really getting to me. I'm looking forward, but yet it looks like I'm not. Maybe I'll just move up a little bit. Maybe it just seems like on a weird angle to me. So yeah, for the glaucoma, or to keep eye pressures in check of both eyes, this was news to me. Obviously, I know now there is such thing as not only blood pressure but eye pressure as well in your eyes. For those especially that wear glasses too, I would think that would possibly have an impact, or maybe not. I wonder if you can get glaucoma if you don't have to wear glasses. Anyway, figure what I just said. Oh, sorry, before I should have started this video saying I am only just giving my opinion about my medical history. So I'm not trying to diagnose anyone's. I'm not trying to diagnose the conditions I'm sharing. I just felt like sharing, like a video diary, like Doogie Howser used to do. Doogie Howser MD, those that are old enough to remember that, or Wonder Years, how they had the protagonist narrate their daily chores or stresses or highs and lows and whatnot. So for the cataract, there's really nothing to be done. In one day I might need cataract surgery, but until then, the glaucoma, I am taking Duratrav. This is, you think, how small is that? But it lasts at least 4 weeks, and you take one drop each eye just before you go to bed. So that's Duratrav there. I have taken it overseas with me, like to my London and Budapest trip this year, back in late March, early April. Yeah, I had to take this, and yeah, when it went through the X-ray scanning machine at the airports, no question. I mean, if they wanted to have a look at it, they could. It's liquid, but how small is this? It's only 2.5 mils. I don't know that in the old, the non-metric quantity. So that's 2.5 mils of those follow metric. And last but not least, I'm taking, this is called tricotone, I've quite used a bit, as you can see. It's flat on this. I've used it regularly. This is for I have eczema around the ankles, especially the right ankle, on both ankles areas. The ankle areas, the areas near the ankle. My right area is much more affected, and I've got a. This is oh, by the way, yeah, this is definitely These are both prescription medicines. You need a prescription from your doctor, or in my case, in this case, was the ophthalmologist who specializes in cases like cataracts and glaucoma. And obviously, I see my regular optometrists for other conditions such as eye checks and the prescription of my lens, the thickness of my prescription of my glasses. This is also prescription medicine as well. This the Blackmores you can just buy over the counter. As I said, my doctor recommended Ostelin, but I chose Blackmores, thinking that 1,000 tablets was more than whatever the Ostelin one was. But no, I don't know what 1,000 IU stands for. Those who are in the medical field would know. But the doctor was fine. I told him that I chose Blackmores over Ostelin. He said as long as it does the same thing, and as far as I know, it's for vitamin D3 in this case, so that's fine. And that's it really. And the big one that I was a bit shocked, but then not really. I have admittedly let myself go in terms of my weight. If I could have asked him to repeat my GP, like if I didn't quite hear what he said. But I definitely said 2016 was the last time he weighed me. I mean, I hate to think maybe that was the last time I saw him. He did say it was several years ago now. Gosh, 2016, that's 6 years ago? No, 7 years ago. No. Yeah, 7 years ago. Anyway, he said 59 kilos, and my height is 169 centimeters, so 1.7 meters for those in metric world. And now it's 80 kilos. Oh. So what's that? 59. Oh, yeah, jumped 21 kilos. That sounds right. He said I did gain 20 kilos. So 80 minus 20 is 60, isn't it? Yeah, around 59, 60. Ooh, I'm not going to show my stomach, but yeah, I don't drink or smoke. But equivalently, you could argue I got a beer gut. I know beer gut's usually bigger, usually on Caucasian people. But any race out there, any ethnicity can get a fat tummy, or fat as in fat accumulating around my belly. And I have let it go because I'm single. I guess I haven't made that abundantly clear, but you can see it's obvious for those who have other YouTube channels when they start their channels alone. When I say or single, then down the track, and when they get a girlfriend or boyfriend or partner, and that partner wants to be on the channel as well and doesn't mind to be on the channel, then obviously long-term viewers or new viewers can see, or long-term viewers would know the difference with that because they could see the change from being single to not single. And I'm single, so what I mean by that is other people would see that as a way of, trying, not going to like what do you call it? What's the word I'm saying? Not unrealistic. Don't go to unrealistic lengths of trying to get a partner. But admittedly, I haven't really been socializing in those circles, like in terms of like going to a bar or a nightclub to try to meet someone, or using, not really overly using the current dating app I use, if you can even call it that, Grinder. Yeah, that's really not. I mean, it's really just for, you know what? What's those effects that those kind of shows? His Family Guy, or even Simpsons. You know. Anyway, yeah, it's I'm I of course I would believe if you're out there saying, "Oh, I met my long-term partner on that app." I know it's possible, but I think the primary reason for that app is just for, yeah, what's the saying? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I should just delete it really, because it's not doing any favors. And I don't mean to be harsh on myself, but I am older, and yeah, the the GLBTIQ community is probably more acronyms, letters there that I've left out. Um, I'm thinking that, especially from a male perspective, we are, well, I can be quite, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Superficial, like looking at just the physical, like, you know, I want someone who's got a six pack, to be really fit and young, and, obviously a professional upcoming. Well, it's a complete fantasy. Someone who's, well, rich, as in, when I say rich, like not having to kind of, I can't find the words tonight. Like not struggling, not having to do like three casual jobs, just, a field that is really more than enough, that can pay someone who's maybe paid off their mortgage by now, if they've chosen to buy a property, or if they're choosing to rent, they can afford the rent and not struggling and having to skip a meal to pay, the rent. Who's healthy, I would say younger than me, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, so, and then of course, I'm thinking to myself, well, that's what I want, but what am I giving? What am I going to offer someone else? And clearly, by gaining 20 kilos in the last 7 years, not exercising really at all, yes, eating takeaways, you've seen the kind of reviews I've shown you. Pardon me. I might obviously dine in, but even when I dine in places, they could be, I mean, yeah, I'm more than likely they are either too much salt or too much fat, or they're equivalently takeaway as well. You've seen I've done McDonald's videos, so I've bought the McDonald's, but I've eaten inside a McDonald's. But it's McDonald's, and you know how good that is for you. I mean, all in moderation. I know some people who just won't buy McDonald's. It's for other reasons. They just feel it's just something they won't do. They're not going to support a corporation like McDonald's. Not that they're vegetarian or non-vegetarian or anything like that. They just won't. So for me, it's just a little bit of a treat. And yes, admittedly, if I'm feeling a bit down, I will, you know, not like eat ice cream for dinner, but just, yeah, not hardly any vegetables or fruit. I probably eat more fruit than vegetables, ironically. Anyway, what I'm getting at there is that, yes, that was a long build up, wasn't it? My GP also told me that I should have said how close. He said you're close to. The situation is I am close. Is from the doctor. Imagine I'm the doctor telling me. He said I am close to giving you or having to prescribe you high blood pressure medication, and high blood pressure has never been an area of concern for me. In terms of my blood pressure, I mean, my eye pressure's with the Duotrav, and that's under control. There's a range that you don't go beyond, and I haven't gone beyond that range. Um, Pretty much a Duotrav is for life. Like it is, there's no cure for glaucoma, as far as I know. Hopefully one day, and so I have to take Duotrav continuously, unless my eye pressures go higher, and then I believe they can prescribe a stronger dose of prescription medicine, or I don't know what else they can try. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off track about the high blood pressure. Yeah, I don't feel any differently. Like, I mean, at times, yes, if I quickly sprint up a flight of stairs in a rush, I am puffing and puffing, like by the time I get to the top of the stairs, or it does feel a bit strenuous. But I don't feel any kind of like heart palpitations, thankfully, or like feeling, sore in one arm, or, like I'm just being conscious, well, or reminded of conditions like a stroke or God forbid, a heart attack. So, yeah, high blood pressure I know can lead to those things. It's not good to have high blood pressure, not good to have low blood pressure either, I believe. But that's what my doctor said in conjunction with gaining 20 kilos. And I told him, despite getting an air fryer, well, actually, by getting an air fryer, I have curbed my takeaway meals. Um, I'll still do an occasional video of it on YouTube. But yeah, the meals I've been having since I've got the air fryer, I haven't been getting like fish and chips, or I did have McDonald's the other day. Like for breakfast, I had, what was it, one of those sausage egg McMuffins, but in terms of KFC or Hungry Jack's or Burger King as it's known elsewhere around the world, I haven't really. I mean, of course, I still crave it. I wouldn't mind it. I love Whoppers, Hungry Jack's Whoppers, KFC. How delicious is that chicken? If they had Jollibee here in Melbourne, if it ever opened, yes, I would be tempted to go there. Not every day, but yeah, even tonight I still haven't had it. I bought some tomatoes, and I'm just going to eat them as apples. Obviously, I'll wash them. Other people chop them up and maybe add celery and make a salad. I haven't quite got that far, but the fact that I'm about, oh well, I know I still haven't, but I will. Believe me, it's in a bag somewhere, or maybe it's in the fridge. There's 4 tomatoes ready to eat, and I think I'm just really a basic person. Like in terms of, I say that I have takeaways, but I don't add anything to the takeaways. Like some people add more salt, or when they have coffee, they have 3 sugars. I don't have that. I have a little bit of sugar, or sometimes not sugar. Or when I have tea, I don't have sugar. So I don't know. All in all, well, clearly high blood pressure is not good, and the gaining of the 20 kilos. And yes, I have noticed that with my clothes. Clothes that before I could fit like size M, I'm now XL. That's quite a jump. So going from medium, large to XL, just medium to XL. I'm gradually over the last, 6, 7 years. I just feel more comfortable in looser clothes. Well, obviously I can't fit into my old clothes, so I've donated some recent clothes recently that don't fit me anymore. I mean, you might think it would motivate you to lose weight and then you could fit into them again, but the shirts, mainly t-shirts I gave away, just generic design, that they don't really have any sentimental value or anything really. So if they don't fit me anymore, I'm not going to wait until I can fit into them again. Yeah, I've got more than enough clothes basically. And this is a new one that I love the colours. Red and blue are my favourite colours, so I've been wearing this. You probably see this a lot in my vlogs lately. Yeah, so again, it's just, coupled with that video I made about, if I don't have any new content, it's likely that I've died. Not to sound down or morbid, but that is a distinct possibility. I mean, it's inevitable for all of us to go through that, but I'm just conscious now with my recent medical report, not so much the lack of vitamin D, that's an easy fix. And you could say, yes, it's not an easy fix, it's fixable for the high blood pressure to go down and my weight to go down. And I'm glad my doctor was, as doctors should be, empathetic and understanding and realistic. He said he's looking at 12-month period for me to, you know, look after myself better, like have more vegetables proportionately to what I'm eating, fruit, exercise sometime, start exercising. Ironically, I have a gym in the lower floor of my apartment. It's not a gym exclusively for the residents. It's a business. It's, I think, Fitness First. I think that's what First Fitness. I don't know the name. I don't remember the name, but yeah. So I could ask whether residents, if you can prove you're a Pinnacle resident here in this apartment, would you get some sort of discount? I would imagine that would be a good incentive for them, because you just go, if you like going to the gym, enjoy going to the gym, you just go down from your apartment and you're there. I don't think there's a lift. No, the lift doesn't go directly into the gym. That would be well, actually they could, actually, if you had the swipe pass. Anyway, it doesn't. You'd have to step out of the building just like 60 seconds, just getting to the door of the gym from the lobby area, out of the lifts of the apartment lifts to the gym. Yeah, how easy is that? So I don't know. I don't think it's a 24-hour gym, but yeah, it's available there. So I've no excuse. Like, I could just, there's different equipment. I know you could just do the treadmill, you could ride the bike. I'm not really big on lifting weights, but I could try that, because people say you should look after your muscle mass, like in terms of don't let your muscles just be flabby. You got to look after all your body from head to toe and all parts of it, muscle, um, fitness level. Overall, is the whole body, not just one part or the other. Not expecting to be a bodybuilder, but you can work on, parts. Anyway, that's one step at a time. So I am, yes, maybe the air fryer was, I don't know, I'm not saying some godly intervention, but I was thinking on and off of getting an air fryer, and now that I kind of coincided with the medical report from the doctor, my GP, so yeah, I mean, it's not a deep fry, it's not in oil, so, and people say air fryers are great, like it's the air that circulates around the food and cooks it evenly. So yes, I admit I haven't tried putting vegetables in the air fryer yet. That's, I could put capsicum and carrot, but you can put cake in there as well. I mean, again, cake is of different ingredients. You can have low sugar in a cake, vegan cake. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just again doing this for prosperity. I should work out what word is that. Posterity. Yes, because YouTube will live on. I hope will keep going on, and yeah, if ever I'm not here, literally not of this world, released my mortal coil, you can learn from this, or maybe be inspired, or tell your friends that look, this person's going through it. I have, yeah, kind of the sort of person that has to kind of hit rock bottom before I do anything about it. Like, and yes, unfortunately, I will just go to the doctor when I really need to. I mean, again, I wasn't feeling any pain or heart palpitations regarding the high blood pressure. It's just that, yeah, it's just I mean, not seeing your local GP or family GP for 7 years is not good. I've really been seeing him once a year. I still see my oncologist for monitoring the post testicular cancer surgery. I have created a playlist of medical themes, so you can. I'll put a link in the comments of that playlist if you want to see. I did two versions of the testicular cancer community service. The first one, yeah, fed back by a work buddy who said, "You've just pointed the camera at the street and the hospital I was admitted at, without showing my face at all." And then version two shows my face. It was actually filmed here in the apartment. And yeah, I'm glad I redid it, because yeah, I really wouldn't want to watch. Well, if I were to watch somebody's medical history or medical story and all they were showing were the street and the hospital from the outside and not them, I mean, that'd be okay if you're listening to it like audio wise, going to sleep, or just, the background. But if you wanted to see who they were, I wasn't on the film. I wasn't filmed. I didn't film myself. So I'm just conscious from that point on. Unless I have done videos where you just see the camera and my voice only, but that's usually a short, like a 60-second short. And sometimes it just warrants me just narrating without showing my face at all. So, but that was quite lengthy, that story, the testicular cancer story, and it was just me walking at least twice around the block or so of the hospital site and just showing the street and trees. Yeah, so of course it's much better. The second version is much better to look at. You don't have to watch my face, you can just hear the audio, but you have the choice if you do want to see me go. And I had props. I think I had like little cards showing, like little cue cards. Anyway, I'll put the playlist link to this in this comments if you want to see my other medical mayhem. But yeah, I'm not going to be a preacher. I'm not going to say, like, change your ways, because I certainly haven't, or I'm starting to now. Like, my friends and family have tried to tell me this, well, yeah, 7 years, more than that, maybe since I've had the testicular cancer post surgery back in 2012. I was very, very conscious, very sensitive about what I ate after the testicular cancer surgery. I felt, oh no, I must eat really well. And I was for a long time eating lots of salads. Again, not cooking for myself. I was living with my parents at that time, or my parents' place, so not in the apartment. And yeah, of course, the kitchen is open to me. My parents would allow me to use anything in the kitchen, but I just wasn't that sort of person that wanted to cook, really. I mean, at most, maybe, frying an egg on a frying pan on the stove, or making, barbecuing pork chops on the grill. But that's really about it. I mean, yeah, I didn't really do any type of cooking where that you add your kind of more individualistic flair. Like never tried making a souffle. I mean, I heard that's challenging, or anything really. No cakes, nothing from scratch where you're following a recipe and making it from the ground up. No, I just never was, and yet I did. I mean, I kind of over it now. I used to watch MasterChef and MasterChef Junior. I just really don't watch cooking shows anymore. I mean, I thought it was kind of pointless in a way for me because I'd watch it, but I wouldn't try to emulate or even try. So I just watch it for the drama, and I know it's heavily edited. When you see them being stressed and like, oh my god, my souffle didn't rise. But yeah, that was probably the aspect I was looking at, even though I know it was heavily edited. But just seeing the level of how they handled stress and time pressure and being a competition, essentially, you want to be the master chef at the end and eliminate the competition along the way, or survive the elimination, as I should say, the other way around. So there you go. So to recap, yeah, vitamin D. I have no issues with Blackmores. There's no side effects. I don't think there can really be side effects of vitamins, can there? Unless you're overdoing it, like you're having like 12 different vitamin tablets. I don't know. I'm only taking this. I used to take vitamin C as a kid, or encouraged by my parents. I don't really take vitamin C tablets anymore. Yep, this tricotone is for eczema, and the Duotrav is for the eye drops to keep the eye pressure in check for the glaucoma. So there you go. And yes, high blood pressure. I don't want another medication. If I end up getting high blood pressure medication, that's not good. I'm seeing my GP again in 4 weeks, so hopefully there'll be a change, even if it's just a little change of the blood pressure level being lower. Even possibly my weight being lower. It's possible to. Well, I don't know. Actually, I've never really monitored. I don't have a scale. I don't have a weight scale in my apartment. So yeah. I don't know, those that monitoring their diet, is it possible to lose, how many kilos could you lose in 4 weeks? And again, I'm not doing too much. Like, I admit I don't exercise. I don't want to promise, but I will get those tomatoes because it's a raw fruit, raw vegetable. So if I don't eat it, at some point it's gonna decay naturally. So I want to have it before it expires, so to speak. Yeah, how long have I talked for? Wow, almost half an hour. I can really talk paint off a wall, can't I? Yeah, so this empty space here, I don't know if I should put a poster or just leave it an empty space, which is like something. Yeah. Some people say I can hang my TV on the wall or attach it to the, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening, and take care. If you are going through the same thing, trying to keep your high blood pressure in check, your weight, it's just, yeah, we're habitual creatures, so it's just a matter of getting into good healthy habits, and that will take some time for me. But I mean, I'm not someone to not eat vegetables or fruit. It's just a matter of doing it, and ironically, as I think every supermarket I've been in, you go through the fruit and vegetable section first as you enter, or if you go through the main entrance, not through the checkout lanes, the other way around. The first section you'll encounter is the fruit and vegetable section. I suppose that's strategic. I don't know. In terms of, yeah, I think it is strategic because it'll be the first thing you see, and the supermarkets would want you to buy as much fruit and vegetable because it would just be, I hate to think it would just be thrown out, or hopefully they donate it to charity. But yeah, fruits and vegetables will eventually decay. Is that the word I'm using? Go off. Yeah. So you would want to offload those, and you would want people to see them. The first thing they would see would be that section, and yes, of course, knowing me, I just walk straight past. I mean, I bought some mandarins lately, but that's a fruit, not a vegetable. I've got some tomatoes now to finally get into. So yeah, I could try broccoli or carrots or capsicum, and yeah, even carrots I could eat raw. I remember my dad used to peel the skin off, and then we eat them raw. And try vegetables in the air fryer one time. So anyway, I'll probably do another short video after I just to see what the report is back in 4 weeks when I see my GP again, and hopefully there is a little bit incremental lowering of my blood pressure level that's lower than high, opposite to high. And let's see when I stand on the scales again. Hopefully it might be 79, 78 and a half. Okay. Take care out there, and if you are already taking care, you're probably yelling at us, "Come on, you can do it! You can do it! Wake up to yourself!" Oh gosh. And yeah, until the next video, will it be a screen recording video? Another Star Trek video? What, you want me to make another Star Trek compilation? All right. Good night and bye for now.